Good morning. Happy Saturday. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later in the day, welcome to my replay. My name is Robin and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations. And I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So today we'll be using Couture products to complete a really cute fall piece of decor that you can hang on your wall later. When you hop on, tell me hi. Tell me where you're watching in the comments. I just forgot what I was going to say. I hope you're having a great Saturday so far. I hope you have a great holiday weekend. I do want to let you know that I am streaming on an online platform called StreamYard. So I am in multiple locations. I'm live on my Facebook business page, and I'm also live on my YouTube channel. And I may get a few people from my group, my private Facebook group. So if you see me or hear me refer to a comment that you may not see in your feed, that might be why. They might be watching from a different platform. So I just wanted to be upfront with that. Again, once you hop on, tell me hi, tell me where you're watching from, and let me know if you have any plans this weekend or what you might be doing today. So we are using the September Club Couture transfer. It is Hello Autumn. And I just want to show you this is this month's Club Couture transfer. While I open it, I can show you this graphic. Club Couture is a monthly subscription service. It's a DIY kit that is mailed to you every month. There is a 3-month minimum commitment, but you can cancel anytime after 3 months. It is $19.99 a month, and you get 3 chalk paste singles with each exclusive size B transfer. This month's colors are Current Jam, Guava, and Shimmer Harvest. And the only way that you can get this transfer is either by being a club member or a designer. It's mailed free to your house every month. You also get $4.95 flat rate shipping on any additional chalk site order, and you also have promos throughout the month or each month through Chalk Couture. So it's a great little. It's a great way to try out Chalk Couture if you've never tried it before, and you get everything you need. These are reusable silkscreen transfers. They do have a sticky back. They are reusable about 8 to 12 times, depending on how you take care of them. Before I get started, I always try to write the name of the transfer on the back of the carrier sheet. That way I know that this carrier sheet, if I can spell, goes to this transfer, and that this is the back of the carrier sheet, so I know to place the transfer on this side. There are 2 sides. There's a paper side, and then this is a glossy side. I don't know if you can see some of that shine. That you always put your transfers down on the glossy side. So I'm going to be using this surface today. It is a found surface, and it does have a rail down here, and we will be adding some fabric scraps to this later. So I just have my fabric here as well in case I need some extra strips. And so anytime we use a new transfer, we want to fuzz it. But before I do that, kind of scatterbrained this morning, and I apologize for being late. But because this is a painted surface, I am going to wax the surface. And you can either use any finishing paste that you have, or you can use this surface wax from Chalk Couture. And I kind of switch back and forth between the two. For larger projects, I just like this one because it's a little easier to use. So I'm just going to buff the wax in. And this keeps my transfer from sticking to the paint and pulling it up when I remove my transfer. It also kind of gets in all the little ridges and grooves and kind of makes for a more even chalking surface. So then I'm going to take a dry part of my cloth, and I'm just going to keep buffing it in. Sorry if I'm shaking the table. Whoop. Okay. Put that away. Okay, so that's really smooth. But even though I waxed, I still want to fuzz my transfer. And I'm just going to take the terry cloth side of my fuzzing towel, and I'm going to peel the backer sheet off of my transfer. And I'm just going to lay it down on the towel. And this just puts a little layer of lint down on the transfer to make it a little less sticky, so that it's not so sticky that it pulls at my transfer when I try to remove it, and then I risk stretching it or distorting it. Hey Ashley, how are you? Are you camping this weekend, or did you get rained out? Sorry if you hear my dogs in the background. I think my husband and father-in-law are home. Ooh, that is still super sticky. I'm going to do a few more times of fuzzing. Okay. This transfer doesn't quite... I got to wash my fuzzing towel. It has all sorts of gunk all over it. So I'm going to try to piece it on. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the foliage, the leaves and the foliage, the background. And then I'll put the Hello Autumn on top. So instead of being this gap of foliage, I'm just going to bump this bottom part up, and then we'll put the Hello Autumn on top of that. We're going to try. So I mentioned earlier that you get these 3 colors of paste with your transfer. If you're a Club Couture member, you get Currant, Jam, Guava, and Shimmer Harvest. I'm not sure I'm going to use Guava today, but I wanted to add papaya, and I think I might try, I'm going to add the new color Jade. You're playing Guess Who in the camper. You made it. You did go camping, but it's probably a little rainy this morning, huh? And I don't know whether to add some berry, but I also pulled out, because my fabric has little bits of gold, I thought about adding maybe a touch of gold, maybe copper. I know I've got a lot of colors out. And then this is a really old, it's not really old, but it's Rainforest, but it's a really deep jewel tone green, and it matches perfectly with the fabric. So still not certain on the gold and the copper, but I definitely want to use these 5 colors. So we'll just have to figure out how. Yeah, I'm excited to get Jade. It is very pretty. It's that vintagey green color. So let's open up our paste. Some of them may need to be stirred, and I haven't even opened the Jade yet. So we may need to do a little bit of cleanup. So I do not want to waste any little bit of that. That is a gorgeous color. Okay, throw that away. And Shimmer Harvest is also new, so we'll have to take that off. I did not get this color last year. I'm glad it came back so that I could get it. Sorry, I probably should have had this done ahead of time. Okay, let's put that back in the jar. Then we've got Current Jam, which has always been a favorite color. So it's about as close to purple as I'll get. And then Rainforest, and I bet it's going to need a good stir. It's not terrible. It's a little dry, so I'm just going to add some distilled water to some of my older pastes that need a little bit of TLC. It's a little clumpy. It is the perfect fall green color. It is fun to open new jars of paste. And the smell, I love the smell. Between the smell of the paste and the smell of the transfers, it's pretty yummy, I think. Except for my black velvet, the new black velvet, the longer it sits, the stinkier it gets. Okay, that one's pretty good for right now. It's a little clumpy, but it is still usable. If I grab a paper towel over here. So we'll just keep reusing this. So maybe I can have a little less cleanup today. Okay, so let's stir the Current Jam. It's really good. Just a touch of water is about all it needs. And I do prefer my pastes to be a little bit thick. It's just a personal preference. Okay, let's check our papaya over here. It's really good. You sent yours back. I need to buy a new one because I've almost used it all. It wasn't very full, but yeah, the longer it sits, the stinkier it gets. Okay. And let's just give these a good stir just because I want to get all that down and back into the jar and not clear up at the top. Oh. The Jade and the Shimmer Harvest are the new formula, and they are so creamy. They are delightful. Okay, we'll get started here just a bit. Ashley mentioned sending her black paste back. Couture, if you ever run into any issues, they have great customer service. One of the tools in my artist tool set broke the first time that I cleaned it, and I was able just to show them proof that it had broken, and they sent me a new one. So, and then I had a snafu with the postal service, and I just had to file a claim with one of my Couture orders. But once the claim was filed, they were able to rectify some of my missing pieces from a damaged. Oh, thanks, Bonita. I'll take that off. There, is that better? And I need to move all this up anyway. Yeah, let me, because I've got it already on here, let me just show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like. So it's just has foliage on the top and the bottom. So there you go. That way it's a little harder to see with it on my surface. So now we just need to figure out what we want and where. So I think I'm going to do this little leaf right here in Rainforest. And again, sorry, this is a retired color, but it matched my fabric perfectly, so I went with it. I think I'll do a few of these little dots. So I may have to do a lot of pasting and pulling depending on maybe we'll see if I can go a little faster today. Yeah, hopefully you'll be getting yours pretty soon. It is a beautiful transfer. I'm probably going to end up going really slow. Let's do some of these flowers in Current Jam. Actually, I'm going to do some of the larger designs first. So we'll do this leaf in Papaya. So I'm just putting my squeegee into my chalk paste and I'm dragging it down the silkscreen surface. And I'll do a couple of little dots in Papaya. And then I think we'll do these leaves right here in the new jade color. It's kind of like a darker eucalyptus color. It is beautiful. So then I'm just removing the excess and trying to smooth out my lines. I think we'll do this big sprig right here in Harvest, Shimmer Harvest. And I have to figure out what my words are. Oops, guess that dot will be Shimmer Harvest as well. Okay, I think I'm going to pull it up for just a tad before I do the rest of the colors up on the top. Ashley says you haven't even opened your package yet for the month. I've been dying to do it, but I wanted to do all of my Halloween projects that I already had planned. So what I'm doing is just pulling it up. Because a couple of my colors are the older formula and they have a tendency to dry out sooner, I don't want them to dry in the transfer, because if they dry in the silkscreen, then I run the risk of pulling all of the chalk paste up if it dries in the silkscreen. So I just pulled a portion of the transfer up, and I'm just going to put it back down gently, and then I'm just going to rub gently where I still need to chalk. And again, instead of having this split right here, I'm going to bring all of this foliage up, and then I'll put the Hello Autumn on the top, just because it doesn't all fit on the surface. So I'll be doing it a little different. But that's the nice thing about these transfers, is you don't have to do them right out of the package as they're designed. You can break the design up. You can only use part of the design. Like I could put this Hello Autumn on a t-shirt and just leave it by itself, and maybe put the leaves on the sleeve. That would be really cute. Might be an idea. Okay, so I'm going to use the Current Jam on some of these flowers. It's actually a really good t-shirt idea. So there's the flowers. And then then we'll just go back in with the detail tool and get some of these dots. Like maybe I'll bring in a little bit more jade and do some of these dots. And then paper towel. And then maybe we can bring in some papaya that we haven't used a whole lot. Oops. Okay. Oops, we've got one more up here. Let's see. Let's do a rainforest one. And I just pulled the detail tool for that. It has this small little squeegee at one end, and it has kind of a pokey tool at the other end. This is good for like on chalkboards if your chalk paste seeps outside of your silk screen, you can just scratch it off a little bit. Okay, that is gorgeous. Those colors are beautiful together. Okay, so I'm going to pull the transfer off. We're going to try to line it up. In fact, I'm going to put, just in case some of this seeped off onto the back, I'm just going to lay it down on my transfer or on my backer sheet for right now. I probably need to make myself a little bit more room here. Let's not put that. I can't see for right now. Right now, I'll just lift it up because I kind of need to see where I'm going. That. Let's. Easier said than done. I'm going to have to go back in and add just a few little details. But this will work for right now. But I am going to lay this down. You guys see, you can still see that. Oops. Okay. So now I'm just going to repeat the colors, kind of. So because this leaf was papaya, we'll do this leaf down here is papaya. It's not exactly a reverse design, but sorry if you can hear my son. He's streaming and he's a little noisy. Okay. Ooh, we have a different sprig down here. I think we'll still do that one in jade. I'm just putting the excess back into my container. And then we'll do the Shimmer Harvest color. We'll do this little sprig here. Okay. Sorry, I got kind of quiet. Trying to concentrate. Okay. Let's do a little bit of, we'll do our rainforest color. So we'll do this leaf right here. And then we'll do this leaf. And this leaf is the same style. Okay, so we've got that color done. I think we'll do this leaf also in sage. Oops, and then I probably should have done that one in rainforest. Whoops. Okay, and then we'll add our currant jam. Okay. So then we have all of our little dots to do. We'll do a few jade up here. Oops. Add in a little bit of papaya color over here. Add some in right here. I think we'll do some harvest ones up here, or Shimmer Harvest. And we'll do this one over here. And we'll do a few currant jam down here. And then we'll do these two up here in rainforest. And then okay, so let's pull that up and see what we have, except I missed a spot. Okay. So let's pull that up and see what we have. Okay. So I'm going to spray this down while it's waiting for me. And then after the video, I will go to my sink and clean it just under some running water. And then I'll let it air dry. And then we'll put the backer sheet back on it, and it will be ready to store until its next use. Oh, so, you know what? Yeah, really. I forgot to put the words on. Well, I'll just clean it really quick, and then we can reuse it. It will be done. Boy, I've been making all sorts of faux pas here lately. Last night I chalked my Halloween sign upside down, but I was able to fix it. Today I forgot I needed to I needed to use my transfer before I sprayed it with water. Clean that off. So I'm just closing these up because I don't really need the colors until I decide what color I want to do the text. Okay, so let me put this up here, and then I'm going to get my towel out. And I'll just bring the transfer back over here, and we'll just give it a little clean. Here's my board eraser. Just get it wet a little bit. So I'm just going to take the board eraser, and as you can see, it gets a lot of the color up. It'd be better under some running water, but this will have to do. And I'm going to grab some wipes and see if I can get it a little cleaner. My head is just in the clouds today. Totally forgot about the words. I was so excited to get the foliage done. And you will notice as I clean this that there will be some staining, like the currant jam and the rainforest. They are deeply pigmented, and so those colors will stain, but it is still perfectly usable. So I'm just going to use a wipe on the back to get off any paste that may be on the back. Okay, put this towel to the side, and then I'm going to get my fuzzing towel because one side is for fuzzing, one side is perfect for drying. So I have this microfiber side, and so we'll just kind of lay it in there and see if we can get it to dry. And then I don't know what colors to use for the letters. I'm kind of thinking rainforest. I'm just really into that darker green. You could use shimmer copper or shimmer copper or shimmer gold for the words. We'll kind of have to see where they end up going. It's pretty dry. Okay, I think that's pretty dry. I'm going to refuzz it just because it is still sticky. Stacia, you think shimmer copper? Yeah, I do need to add, probably need to add a little more metallic because my fabric has the look of, it has some gold metallic in it. And that might bring, the copper might bring out some more of the browns. Let's give it a whirl. Okay. So we'll bring this back, get out my copper, and we'll see where we want the words. I'm just pulling a couple of backer. I try to keep some extra backer sheet pieces. Just to kind of keep the rest of the transfer from sticking to everything. And that way it won't stick to the rest of my design. And hopefully won't peel up all of the rest of my design. Okay, so we will be layering a little bit of paste, but it should be okay. I just won't press hard in some of these other spots. Okay, so let's get our shimmer copper. I'm going to give that a little bit of a stir. Okay, so let's grab a squeegee. And I'm just dipping it in the chalk paste. I'm going to try to put it on pretty thick because there are some places where it is going over some previously pasted areas. So I want to make sure there's good coverage. Sorry, my dogs are kind of noisy. One of our dogs is quite the daddy's boy, and he can hear his dad upstairs. So he is not very happy because he has to be right where his daddy is all the time. Silly pups. Okay. Okay, let's get this all evened out. Let's see what we got. I'm going to pull it up gently just to make sure I don't pull up any of the other pasted surfaces. Oh yeah, it's subtle. It's very pretty. So we'll get this dried. Add that to my stash of dirty squeegees. And I'm just going to remind myself that shimmer paste dries slower than normal paste. Last night I stuck my finger in my design and smeared it because I forgot. Okay, so there's our finished design. Excuse me. Let me get the lids on this one. And then we'll start adding our fabric scraps. So I've already pre-ripped these. So if you've seen me do some of my fabric things in the past, so I just make a loop, I double it over, and then I take my loop, and it's going to go on the front, and I'm going to pass my tails through the back and through the loop, and I'm going to make a lark's head knot. So it's going to look like that. So it kind of resembles a tie. You can do it either way. You can either have your loop in the front or the back, but I like it in the front. So I'm just going to keep adding these strips. So again, my loop is in the front. I'm going to pass my tails around the back and through the loop, and then I'm just going to pull it tightly. And then I'm just going to bunch them together. So then it's going to make kind of a little dangle like that. So I'm just going to keep going. I've had this fabric in my stash, gosh, since the early 2000s. So I'm glad to actually finally put it to use. When I saw this transfer come in the mail, I knew it was perfect. So I'm just going to keep adding fabric scraps. And you could add in different laces. You could add in solid colors. You know, it would look really pretty with mixed ribbons, mixed lace, mixed fabrics. You could even throw in some yarn, some of the chunkier yarn. Macrame cord would be really pretty in some of the fall colors. So I'm just making my little lark's head knots. Sorry, Dana's loud this morning. Whoops. My bad. I bumped you a little bit. There. I sometimes forget that's up there. Okie doke. I'm not going to use that strip. It has a fold right down the middle, so it doesn't. I didn't want to have to fight with that. Okay, a couple more pieces. Well, that really makes the colors pop, adding this fabric. And I'll probably just use some neutral colored twine to the top for the hanger. You could even add a couple of little beads to the hanger in the fall colors. And you could even color those beads with the chalk paste to get your matching colors. So here's what we have. We just have a couple more strips to go. Probably just two more. Oops. Okay, this will be the last one. Okay, so here we are. I don't have the hanger on there yet, but scooch back a little bit and you can see it from. So there's what we have. It turned out really pretty. Well, there you go. Again, remember you can only get this transfer by being a club member or a Chalk Couture designer. So if you did happen to sign up this month, this would be the Club Couture transfer that you get. Want to remind you that we do have the starter kit for $99. We also just launched, and that starter kit has the new transfers for the upcoming holiday and winter season. So that just got refreshed on September 1st. We also have a new business basic starter kit for only $19. You get the startup guide, the current catalog, a signature apron, and a business builder transfer. But every designer who signs up also gets a one-time use 15% off coupon. So you can kind of customize your own starter kit by using that coupon. So not only do you get your products at a 40% discount, but you also get to stack on 15% off after that as well. And so that's a great way to kind of build your own starter kit. And again, this is this month's Club Couture. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. I want to thank you for watching this morning and or watching the replay later on. I'm very thankful for your support. I will be live again tomorrow at 4. So hop on in at 4 tomorrow, but I'm going to end today, and I thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will see you later.